Hello, here we are at the sleep store, surprise, and today I have a very special guest, and this is Tony. Tony is in our merchandising and marketing team, sits next to me and James, and Tony and I are going to talk to you about our new Merino range, which is a little bit late this year, but lucky it hasn't got cold yet, so it's actually perfectly timed.
It is perfectly timed.
Perfectly timed. And so perfectly timed that our famous onesies that we've been getting about 15 phone calls a day, these are being unpacked at the moment. So finally these are actually in the building, not on a boat or an aeroplane or in a factory somewhere.
They're here.
So they're finally here. So what I thought we would do, and why I've roped Tony away from her desk to come and talk to you all today, is Tony really helped, Tony actually created the range really, with James and with me, but Tony kind of worked out how it was all going to go together. So that's why Tony's here. And this is her first live, so we're a bit excited about luring you out from your desk. So maybe if we just sort of start by, these are some of our cotton things that we designed for summer. So we had these in sleeping bags and nighties and bodysuits and things. Here was the sleeping bags. And so what Tony's genius idea was that it would all match, and it would all, you'd be able to mix and match from the cotton range to the merino range, and then get rid of that one, and then next season's cotton range.
Yes. So if you've already bought some of this stuff, this cotton
before I
range,
threw it away,
yes.
so if you'd bought this sleeping bag, which I think this one's nearly sold out because it was very cool.
yeah, all the bedding and that sort of thing, you can just go and add one of these beautiful merino blankets on, and it's not, you don't have to change up the whole room. You can either just add something in, or you can buy the whole range if you like and start again.
Totally
No
buy
worries.
the whole merino range. But that was that's where the colour palette comes in. So you can see if you've got, say, the one tog sleeping bag, which is probably for a lot of places fine for if your house is still quite warm. One tog in the bag, and then you can see the little body seats match perfectly. And then the ones that I just tossed away, I was a little bit keen. These are the new cotton collection, which is in the same designs as the merino, but in the reverse. And
Yes.
so
these are going to look super cute. You can imagine your bedroom set. It's got your beautiful bedding over here, and then you've got your luxurious merino bag. And you can just mix and match, and it's going to look amazing.
it is. And so the cotton has just arrived in the country, so that will be not too far away. Here's a sample duvet. So you can kind of see what it looks like on a bigger scale. Yeah, so there's lots of layers, and you can put all the layers together with the merino. So we thought that's maybe what we'd show you, just to kind of, so you don't have to buy like lots of things of all different weights. You can just mix and match and layer. So where should we start?
Maybe over here.
Over
Let's just
here.
start over
So
with the little baby stuff. So we've
Okay.
got our beautiful gowns. You can see one of our little baby over here. It's got its gown on. We've added this amazing little drawstring this time, because that was my personal preference.
I don't
It's
really
what I
like the
use,
drawstring,
but-
but Tony was like, you won't have
Yeah,
the
we have
drawstring.
to have them. They're super cute, and it just ties it in nicely.
So there's the little singlet suit, long sleeve bodysuit. We hope that you like grey marl as much as we do, because everything comes in grey marl.
It matches everything, so
Little
it's
singlet.
perfect.
These come from, I think there might be some Prem ones, can't remember which one, but they definitely come from 000. And then the bodysuits all go up to size 2. We know that it's really hard to find merino bodysuits in size 2, but not here. We have boxes and boxes of them. And then the singlets actually go up to a size 14. And this is our other merino swaddle blanket, so same thing, it's the same weight, 220 gram. And so you can use these to swaddle a baby, or you can use them as a blanket on your bassinet or your pram or your cot. Tony's going to give
Might
us
be a
a
bit
demo.
backwards, but sorry guys. Careful with the baby.
So the idea being that merino is the absolute wonder fibre that helps keep your kids exactly the right temperature. So for a newborn in the winter, If you use a merino singlet or singlet suit, something like this, then a merino nightie. It could be the plain one, or it could be one of these cute little jacquard ones, or the pink. And then you put your, so you go gown, and then you go merino blanket over the top, and then that really helps regulate the temperature. If you're worried about it being too much wool and too hot, just feel baby's face. The ear is good with the back of your hand. If baby's red and sweaty, that probably says they're
A little bit hot.
a little bit hot. You can feel down your chest like this, but I find that a cold hand jammed down onto the chest would generally wake the baby up. Whereas if you use your eyes and say you're looking red and sweaty, no, you look just right, and use your hand, you'll be able to see if they're the right temperature. Bodysuit under there, or you can go zip suit. Keep going to call them a sleep suit, we've called them a zip suit.
Yeah.
And what else do we need to know? So these are 220 gram merino, these are 220 gram merino, these are 500 grams of merino. So the fleece merino on the inside, it's a bit hard to describe, Tony, isn't it?
Oh, it's actually really hard to describe
Should we
and
just
how
pick it up
beautiful the
and, like,
fabric is.
so lush. It is hard to describe.
Oh,
Tony
it
does
really
all our
is.
website descriptions and loads all our photos and works out how to put it all together, and describing this is quite
Beautiful,
hard.
luxurious. I was running out of words.
Blankety.
Gorgeous.
It's kind of, it's
Warm. It's very warm.
very warm.
Yeah.
And you're all going to ask,
Snug.
is it as warm as a duvet wool, babe? It's about the same. This one feels cozier straight away because of the wool against the skin. The duvet wool, babe, has the cotton against the skin, so it feels a little cooler to start with, but it warms up and actually stays a bit warmer. But pretty much, if you want a warm bag, either this one or the duvet wool, babe, will be fine. So, in terms of what, room temperature, how many layers of clothing, you're all going to ask us to tell you exactly how many layers of clothing to put on inside this bag. The answer is you need to use your judgment. There's not like we haven't done a clothing guide. You could use the Wool Babe clothing guide. It's equivalent to the Duvet Wool Babe. But really use your judgment. Use layers of natural fibre clothing, like a bodysuit, and then a sleep suit. If you don't want to buy the matching sleep suit or something from this range, you could use this and then like a Bond's Wonder suit. But always try and have merino against the skin. So the two weights of the merino bags, it's like just one layer and two layers. So this one's the 280 gram lining and the 220 on the outside. This is just the 220. So this is really like a mid-weight bag equivalent to a 3 Seasons Wool Babe, or something like, what else would that be similar to? I guess like the Nature Baby one, which is thin cotton on the outside and merino on the inside. Or it's warmer than something like just a one tog cotton, because it's all merino. So these are both 100% merino. This one is a good, if you can really only stretch to one bag, or if you've already got bags but you just really want one of ours because they look so cute. This one is super versatile, and you could put this little cutie underneath there. And if you are wondering about the sizing on these bags is the same as a Wool Babe or the same as our organic cotton summer weight bags. They're all our bags, and working out how different sizes would be far too complicated for me and James. So we just have like one size for our bags, and they all fit the same. This is the 3 to 24. Sorry, and then there's the 2 to 4 year as well. So if you want something really versatile, you could get a onesie or a sleep suit, one of these. Either of these suits go inside this bag really well, and then if you live somewhere cold, you could do the same with this one. You can put a suit inside the bag like this.
And the temperature sort of thickness difference between the two?
This is definitely cozier because this is 280 grams of merino, so that determines how thick and warm it is. This is 220. So would you use this winter weight 2-layer merino bag with a the thicker suit. You could if you're somewhere really cold.
Yeah.
It would be very cosy. I mean, the recommended temperature range, I'll just have to put the black inside here because it's going to look so cute.
Some more socks.
Get the
for you,
socks
Jane?
out. Yeah, if you're somewhere really cold, even though the kind of recommended minimum room temperature is 16 degrees, you know, if you don't want to use a heater, or if you're just somewhere cold where even a heater's not going to get it to 16, then, you know, that or one of those inside is going to be really cosy. And then
It's going to be so snug.
it's got to be so snug. I really do wish we got around to making our grown-up size ones.
I know.
And then if, you know, all kids are different, some feel the cold more, and even, you know, this suit inside a woolly bag might not be enough, so you can just layer a little bodysuit under the sleep suit. That's how Merino works. You just, if it's a bit cold, just chuck another layer on. It's like when you're camping and put like all the Merino, like when I went on school camp last month and I had 4 layers of Merino and my puffer jacket on and my woolly hat in my sleeping bag.
Wow.
Thank you for coming to school camp. The parents had to sleep outside. The fleece onesies come in 2 options. So one is a zip, a full zip like this, so you can like leave the top zipped, get your little legs in and out. Oops, for a nappy change. So that's your full length zip. And this model comes this year up to size 4. Because the first year we did to a size 2, and then last year size 3, and people were still like, no, it needs to go bigger. So up to size 4 with the double-ended zip like that. And then from size 6, 8 and 10 just has this little half zip with the really adorable little pockets. So yeah, we've dropped the size 5. I don't think we ever did a 7. So the 4's a little bit bigger and the 6 is about the same. And yeah, these are fine for boys. My boys can all have all demonstrated that to go to the loo you don't need to undo it. You just zip up a little bit, have a wee and zip it back. Girls, sorry, you will need to take the whole suit off.
Yeah, and we've also got the little pajamas.
Oh yeah.
So
we're going to have a different colour bag, I think, to match with the...
so you can have them, as like Lou was saying, with the bodysuit, you just put the leggings on if they're just a little bit cold underneath down the bottom, or put the whole pajamas on. We quite often just have these by themselves with a little bodysuit.
There's the little red singlet too, which is so divine.
Yeah, cute.
So this is the red and navy range.
Hey, actually looks really nice, yeah.
See, it was all perfectly put together. Oh, and then the blanket's going to get
like
whipped out as well.
La la. There you go. It's just beautiful.
This is actually, I think, our first collection that we really planned it all out. So the whole kind of mix and match thing, and the different seasons, how it would, you know, you could put things that you'd bought from other seasons back with it, and it would still look great. And so we actually kind of really popped our brains figuring that all out. But now we've got this beautiful colour palette, so we hope you love it, because we don't really want to change it now. It was quite a lot of work.
It was a lot of work. But you can just remember, you don't have to add all the colours. So, you know, if you've got this beautiful monochrome bedroom, you can just add a pop of colour, or you can go crazy
yellow,
and just go for a new theme.
The yellow, we've been getting so much good feedback from the social media about the yellow.
Yeah.
Tony picked the yellow. It's my favourite yellow.
Question from Freya. She asks, is it best to have merino against the skin, or is it just as good to have a cotton singlet on first?
I would say always merino against the skin. The main, well, merino is amazing because it really does help regulate temperature. So if you put cotton and then merino, you lose a little bit of the effectiveness. And also this just feels so cosy against the skin.
It does.
My kids wear merino. Actually, they wear it year round. But like with these fleece suits, they just love these. These are fluffy on the inside, and
Just super soft.
they just love that all through the year against their skin. They even laugh about half the time they don't even wear undies because they just like the fleecy feeling. Like, get some undies on inside that woolly suit, would you?
And it's not scratchy. There's like this myth. My kids were like, oh no, we don't like merino. It's so scratchy. It's not scratchy. It's so beautiful and soft.
Yep.
Straight against the skin. It's
That's a good
perfect.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah, our merino is we think it's actually the best you can buy, not that we buy this at all, but 220 gram, if you compare that to what other kids' merino brands are, most of them are 180 or 200 grams, so our 220 is thicker, which makes it warmer and cozier, and also ours is a rib, so if you see this here, it's a single rib 220 gram merino, which means you get less holes and less ladders in it compared to a flat kind of jersey merino, so I'm told. So as we started saying, that's the pyjamas, and they go up to, this season only, I think up to a 5. There's a few odd pairs that were left from last year, but we didn't really sell very many in the big sizes, so I made the call to just get more in the little sizes, and then immediately people are like, where are the big sizes? It's quite a job getting it right. But these are really long in the body, so that when your kids wriggle around they don't get a cold tummy. And the pants are like a straight leg, so they're not like a skinny tight fit like leggings. They're really cute on actually. And there's one more thing we forgot to show you, which is up here. And this is our fleece blankets. So in our blankets this year we've got the stretchy rib, we've got the patterned jacquard, and then we've got our brushed merino fleece. And last year these sold so fast, and then it took me quite a long time to get some more, because when we order this fleece fabric we have to order at least a kilometre of each colour. If you can imagine a kilometre of just roll it down the road. So it took a while to get these, but they're back now. Fleece blankets, bassinet and cot, navy and grey mail.